Hi students, good afternoon to all. In yesterday's previous lecture, we have started this point surface tension. This property of the liquid we have seen in the previous lecture. What is surface tension, right? So we'll just have a quick revision on this, and then we will see the derivation part of this surface tension on the liquid droplet, then surface tension on the hollow bubble, and then surface tension on the liquid Z. And then we'll see the problem based upon this. Okay. So surface tension, here I have shown you the examples of this surface tension, that one safety pin like that, it is floating on the surface of water. The reason behind that is the surface tension. Again, the insects or the mosquito like insects, they can float on the water. This is the reason behind that is again surface tension. You can see here this kind of curvature it is happening here, or when we put any needle on the surface of water. So suppose this is a needle, and then at that time the curvature of the surface of the liquid becomes like this, right? And as this curve is there, so this surface tension force which is present here on the surface, it is trying to act in this direction, and here also it is acting in this direction. So because of this, though weight is acting in downward direction and the specific gravity of the object it is greater than that of the water, this object is not sinking down or getting it settled down. It is floating on the surface of water. So that is the reason behind that is surface tension. That surface tension force is acting here on the surface. Again, the shape of the liquid droplet, why it is spherical in shape, that also we have discussed in the previous lecture. Here, the statement we have seen, the surface tension is responsible for the shape of the liquid droplet. Okay, why it is shape of the liquid droplet always it is spherical in shape? The reason behind that is surface tension. Means this layer or the surface of the liquid, any liquid, it try to achieve the minimum area. Okay, and for a given volume, the minimum surface area is of a spherical geometrical figure. Okay, there are different geometrical figures are there. In three-dimensional, we have the cube. Okay, then we have the cuboid or parallel piped, having different dimensions. Okay, then we have this cone shape is there. Okay, either this or like this. It can be taken like this. Then we have frustum of cone. You might have studied it in the graphics, cut section of the cone. Then we have the sphere, right? Then we have the hemisphere, right? These are all three-dimensional figures. Out of this, all three-dimensional figures, if you take the same volume of all figures, let us say 10 meter cube, 10 meter cube of volume of this cube, or 10 meter cube volume of this cuboid, or of this cone, or again cylinder is also one of the another kind of three-dimensional figure, right? So out of all these figures, sphere will have the minimum surface area. Okay, sphere will have the minimum surface area. So any liquid surface, it try to achieve the minimum surface area. Okay, कुठलाही surface जो असतो तो काय ट्राय करत असतो, for a given volume it try to achieve the minimum surface area, and the minimum surface area is of the figure of sphere, and because of this reason the all types of liquid droplets, it can be they are observed as spherical in nature. Okay, but sometimes I have told you that because of the gravitational force, it is not exactly spherical in shape. Okay, as it will be bulged like down this. Okay, or if you put the liquid droplet on any surface, yeah, it will not remain spherical in shape. Its shape will get distorted like this. You might have observed when we put this liquid droplet. At that time, the question might come in your mind that why it is not spherical in shape. So the reason behind again here is the we can say gravity force. It is acting on this liquid droplets, and because of that, it does not remain spherical in shape. So this point we have discussed in the previous lecture. And then we have seen the definition and the reason behind the surface tension. Why the surface tension phenomenon, it occurs on the surface. Okay, See here, this property of the surface tension, it is the surface phenomenon. It acts only on the surface. It does not act here. So this particular phenomenon, it is applicable only on the surface. And we can say this is the speciality of only liquid kind of fluid, because liquid have only surface. Gases don't have the surface. So we can say this surface tension is a liquid property, which is applicable to liquids, different types of liquids. So how we can define the surface tension? It is defined as the tensile force. How, what kind of force it is? Actually, it is not just force, it is a force per unit length, right? It is a force per unit length. So here, it may be written there in the definition, it is not there particularly. It is a tensile force acting on the surface of the liquid, okay, in contact with the gas or between the surface between the two immiscible liquids. So we have discussed about what is the immiscible fluid in yesterday's lecture. Between the two immiscible liquids, such that the contact surface behave like membrane under tension. Okay, so what is the membrane under tension? We have discussed. If we take any kind of cloth, circular shaped cloth, and if we pull it in all direction, okay, or if you take the rubber and if you pull it in all direction, then it will be behave like a surface under tension. Okay, so such will be the nature of the surface of any liquid. It behaves like a membrane under tension. Okay, and because of that reason, the small objects and small insects, they can walk, they can float on the surface of the water. Then, as it is the force per unit length, it will have the magnitude. It is a force. You can note it down. Sigma is equal to F upon, that is force per unit length. Okay. So the unit will be here Newton per meter. SI unit will be Newton per meter, or MKS unit, it will be kg of force, that is kgf per meter. So these are the units for this surface tension. And now we will see. So this was the point we have discussed in the previous lecture. Now we are going to see the derivation for the surface tension of a liquid droplet. When any liquid, it forms the droplet, then how to find out the surface tension, or because of the surface tension, how that pressure intensity is going to increase inside the liquid droplet. Then how to find out that increase in pressure intensity in the liquid droplet. Okay, and then we'll see another two derivation for this surface tension. Now here, surface tension for the acting on the liquid droplet. Okay, surface tension, we have denoted it by letter sigma. Okay, and it is nothing but it is force per unit. Yes. Anyone want to say something? Sanket? Okay, is anyone having any doubt? Any query? Okay, sigma is equal to force per unit length. So let us consider a spherical droplet having diameter d or radius r. Okay, and sigma is the surface tension. It is acting on this liquid droplet, spherical liquid droplet. Okay, a surface वरती काय होतं या surface tension is acting on this entire surface. Okay, now sigma is nothing but it is the surface tension, and what is F? It is the force, or we can call it as a tensile force. Okay, हा force कसा है? This force is called as the tensile force. So this is the surface tension. This is not a force, it is a surface tension we are calling it. So tensile force can be written as F is equal to sigma into surface area. Okay, surface area or the circumference of the circle. Now here, let sigma is equal to surface tension of the liquid. Then what is going to happen? Yesterday, previous lecture, I have told you that any kind of liquid droplet, it tried to minimize its surface area. Okay, surface area जो आहे त्या ठिकाणी कमी करण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतो. It want to become smaller in size. जेवढा त्या ठिकाणी surface area कमी करता येईल तेवढा कमी करण्याचा त्या ठिकाणी प्रयत्न करत असतो. Surface tension. Okay, and because of this particular surface tension force or surface tension, what is going to happen? इनसाइड द लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट, हा जो लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट आहे त्या लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेटच्या आतमध्ये त्या ठिकाणी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी वाढते. ओके, असं जर आपण एखाद्या ऑब्जेक्टला दाबलं तर काय होईल, त्या ठिकाणी आतमध्ये प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी वाढेल, राईट. द सेम थिंग हॅपन्स इनसाइड एनी स्फेरिकल लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस टेन्साइल फोर्स, the pressure intensity inside the liquid droplet, it is going to increase. By how much amount it will increase? जेवढा त्या ठिकाणी सरफेस टेन्साइल फोर्स ऍक्ट होतोय तेवढा त्या ठिकाणी प्रेशर इन्क्रीज होईल. ओके, कशापेक्षा जास्त इन्क्रीज होईल? इट विल बी ग्रेटर दॅन द ऍटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. ह्या लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेटच्या बाहेर, ओके, या ठिकाणी काय, देर इज अ एअर, राईट. सो प्रेशर आउटसाइड हियर और द ऍटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर it can be denoted by letter P, atmosphere. Okay, so what is this atmospheric pressure that we are going to learn in the unit number 2? Atmospheric pressure is nothing but it is the force per unit area exerted by the air. Okay, or it is the weight of the air per unit area on the surface of earth. So that is nothing but it is this atmospheric pressure. And that atmospheric pressure, it is acting everywhere on every object which is present on the surface of earth, right? So that much pressure, it should be inside the liquid droplet. त्या लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेटच्या आतमध्ये तेवढाच प्रेशर असायला हवा. बट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस सरफेस टेन्शन फोर्स, द लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट इट ट्राइज टू अचीव द मिनिमम सरफेस एरिया. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस सरफेस टेन्शन, what is happening there? There is increase in the pressure intensity inside the liquid droplet. त्या लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेटच्या आतमध्ये त्या ठिकाणी काय होते, प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी वाढते. So the pressure intensity inside the liquid droplet, which is denoted by letter small p, it is greater than the atmospheric pressure. Okay, it is greater than the atmospheric pressure. So by how much amount? Now if we you might be aware about the formula for pressure intensity or pressure. What is pressure? Pressure is nothing but it is force per unit area, right? So here this F is nothing but, here we can call it as a pressure force, right? There are different types of forces, like gravity force is there, similarly pressure force is there. So this F is nothing but it is pressure force. So pressure force F will be equal to pressure intensity multiplied by area on which it is acting, on which that pressure intensity is acting. So this is the pressure force. So the pressure force, that pressure force which is increased inside the liquid droplet, it must be equal to what? तो कशामुळे वाढलेला आहे? That pressure force has been increased because of the surface tension or tensile force, right? So under equilibrium condition, this pressure intensity or pressure force, it must be equal to the tensile force. या ठिकाणी आपण जो लिहिलेला आहे या ठिकाणी, it must be equal to this tensile force. Okay, so we are going to use this condition, okay, equilibrium condition, to derive the equation for surface tension. Okay, I will write here force. We are going to use this condition for the derivation of this surface tension on the liquid droplet. Are you getting my point? What is the logic behind this? Because of the presence of surface tension or surface tensile force, there is increase in the pressure intensity or pressure force inside the liquid droplet, which is greater than the atmospheric pressure and which has the magnitude equal to the tensile force. जेवढा टेन्साइल फोर्स त्याच्यावरती ऍक्ट होतोय तेवढाच प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आतून त्याच्या अपोजिट डायरेक्शन मध्ये काय होईल, त्या ठिकाणी प्रेशर फोर्स त्या ठिकाणी ऍक्ट होईल. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? So these are the two equivalent opposite forces. We can equate these two forces and we will get the expression for this surface tension. So this is the logic behind this derivation part. So now here let us derive this equation. Now here to derive this equation, what we have to do? We have to cut this sphere in two halves. Okay, hemisphere मध्ये आपण त्या ठिकाणी काय करायचं, त्याला कट करायचं. This is the sphere, we can say. If I cut it, then we will get the half part of the sphere, that is called the hemisphere. Okay, you can show it like this. This is the cap of the bottle. Consider it as a hemispherical in shape. Okay, we have cut this sphere in two halves and we have taken one half. Okay, left half या ठिकाणी आपण घेतलेला आहे. Now if I cut this left half, then scenario it can be visible to you as the surface tension is the surface phenomenon, in the diagram you can see this surface tension, it is acting on this circumference of the circle because it is the surface. याच्यावरती तो आपल्याला रिॲक्ट होताना आपल्याला आपण या ठिकाणी दाखवलेला आहे. सो इन दिस पर्टिक्युलर जर दाखवायचं झालं तर या ठिकाणी आपल्याला असं दाखवता येईल. समोरून बघितल्यानंतर तुम्हाला हा काय दिसेल, इट इज अ सर्कल. ओके, and this is the surface of the that particular hemisphere. Okay, it is circular in shape, and on this particular shape, particular this surface, that tensile force is acting, and to opposite to this tensile force, this pressure force is acting. Okay, tensile force is acting in this direction, या डायरेक्शन मध्ये ऍक्ट होईल, and त्याचा अपोजिट करणारा जो फोर्स आहे तो कोणत्या डायरेक्शन मध्ये ऍक्ट होणार आहे, इन दिस डायरेक्शन. ओके, आणि कशावरती ऍक्ट होईल, ऑन दिस एंटायर सरफेस. हा जो सरफेस दिसतोय आपल्याला, हा सर्कलचा एरिया यू कॅन सी, ह्या सर्कलच्या एरियावरती या डायरेक्शन मध्ये अपोजिट मध्ये त्या ठिकाणी तो सरफेस प्रेशर फोर्स इट इज ऍक्टिंग ऑन दिस सरफेस. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? Another example to make your doubt clear, we can give an example. Suppose if we take one any ring. ओके, अशी आपण रिंग घेतली, ठीक आहे, आणि याच्यावरती काय केलं आपण, एक कापड गुंडाळलं, एक फ्लेक्झिबल एखादं कापड घेतलं असेल, विच कॅन बी स्ट्रेच्ड, किंवा आपण काय करूया त्या ठिकाणी रबर किंवा फुगा जो असतो आपला तो आपण या ठिकाणी कट करून जर लावला, वेन वी अप्लाय द फोर्स ऑन दिस, इकडून जर याच्यावरती आपण प्रेशरने हवा मारली तर काय होईल, हा असं या ठिकाणी आपल्याला बल्ब होईल जाईल. याच्यावरती सरफेस टेन्शन कुठे ऍक्ट होतोय, याच्यावरती, आणि फोर्स कुठून ऍक्ट होतोय, एंटायर सरफेस वरती ऍक्ट होतोय. ओके, आणि टेन्शन कुठे क्रिएट होतोय, ऑन दिस एंटायर सरफेस. ओके, सो लाईक दिस अनालॉजी इट कॅन बी गिवन टू मेक दिस particular phenomenon or this concept clear. So I think this much part is clear to all, whatever I am saying. Once again I will tell you, the surface tension is acting on this particular circumference of the circle. या सर्कलची जी सर्कम्फरन्स आहे याच्यावरती सरफेस टेन्शन हा ऍक्ट होत आहे, आणि टेन्साईल जो प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी आतमध्ये जे वाढली किंवा प्रेशर फोर्स जो आहे तो प्रेशर फोर्स आतून याच्या अपोजिट डायरेक्शन मध्ये ऍक्ट होतोय. ओके, टेन्साईल फोर्स इज ऍक्टिंग ऑन दिस सर्कम्फरन्स अँड प्रेशर फोर्स इज ऍक्टिंग ऑन दिस एंटायर एरिया ऑफ द हेमिस्फियर. ओके, हा टेन्साईल फोर्स इकडं पुढे वाढण्याचा प्रयत्न करते, ठीक आहे, आणि हा प्रेशर फोर्स हा इकडे या डायरेक्शन मध्ये ऍक्ट करण्याचा प्रयत्न करते, सो दॅट बोथ विल रिमेन इन इक्विलिब्रियम. Now we have to equate these two forces. What are the two forces? Tensile force and this pressure force. So here you can see the tensile force due to the surface tension acting around the circumference of the cut portion. Okay, that cut portion या diagram मध्ये दाखवलेला आहे, that force I am this is talking. So that tensile force. So here we have written in the right top corner, tensile force, it will be equal to this formula. Tensile force F is equal to sigma into circumference. Okay, not area here, it is the length, sorry. Tensile force is equal to F per unit length. So what is the length here? It is the length of the this entire circle, and we call this length of the circle as a circumference. Okay, so here you can say that tensile force is equal to sigma, that is surface tension, into circumference of the circle. And what is the formula of circumference of circle? It is pi into d, or 2 pi r, right? So here you can say this ft, it can be you can denoted by this surface tensile force, it can be denoted by letter ft. Okay, ft is equal to sigma pi d, and this is equal to the equivalent opposite to the which force? That is pressure force. It is equal and opposite to the pressure force. And how we can find out this pressure force? This pressure force Fp, you can represent it by Fp is equal to pressure intensity multiplied by area. If I take this area on this side, then this pressure force will be equal to P into surface area, or this area of the circle. Okay, so therefore instead of this A we can write pi by 4 into d square. This is the area of the circle. Now what we are doing here, we must equate this one too. Okay, because these are equal and opposite in nature under equilibrium condition. So we equate here this pressure force and this टेन्साइल फोर्स, हे दोन फोर्स आपण काय केले, इक्वेट केले. अँड देन आफ्टर rearrangement let's put this or keep this pressure intensity which is excess in nature, okay, excess in quantity than the atmospheric pressure. जो atmospheric pressure आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा ही जास्त क्वांटिटीने आहे. ओके, किती क्वांटिटी जास्त आहे, दिस इट इज डिनोटेड बाय लेटर P. Okay, so this P is equal to, take this pi by 4 d square on this RHS side. Okay, then you will get here sigma into pi d divided by pi by 4 into d square. Now this 4 it will come in the numerator, this pi it will get cancelled, this d it will get cancelled with this d, and you will get here 4 sigma by d. So here we got an equation P is equal to 4 sigma divided by d. So this is the expression for finding the pressure intensity which is excess or greater than the atmospheric pressure. Okay, and this P is equal to 4 sigma by d, where the sigma is nothing but it is the surface tension acting on that liquid droplet, and d is nothing but it is the diameter of this liquid droplet. Okay, so this is the derivation for this surface tension on the liquid droplet. Okay, has everyone understood this one? Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, now you can write down the title in your notebook as a title in India, and then you can just write down this formula. Not necessary to all write down all these things. So we are going to share these PPTs to you, and handwritten notes are there that will be shared to you. You can study this thing from the soft material. So at present, just write down this title, then write down this this thing also you have to write down, because just writing this formula you may forget what is this P, what is this sigma, and what is this D. Or either write down this before writing formula, or after writing formula you can write there where sigma is equal to, then where P is equal to, and where D is equal to, like that. Okay, so write down the formula. P is equal to 4 sigma by D. Okay, is it over? Yes, anyone?
Yes, sir. Sir, याचे PDF upload करा ना.
हो करतो. Today after hours there is one more lecture. After that I will upload that. Then this is the second title or second derivation, we can say, surface tension on a hollow bubble. Try to understand all this derivation part, how we are deriving this formula, because once you understand how this formula has derived or it has come, then it will become very easy for you to understand the problems and to solve the problems. Okay, don't just by heart the formulas. Try to understand the concept behind that, so that while solving problem you will not face any kind of trouble. That is the title, surface tension on a hollow bubble. Okay, now what is hollow bubble? Everyone is familiar with this word hollow bubble. Can anyone tell me what is the hollow bubble? You might have seen soap bubble.
Yes.
Yes, during फेस्टिवल सीजन्स किंवा यात्रेमध्ये वगैरे तसलं हे एक आपल्याला भेटतं बघा यात्रेमध्ये, रिंग टाईप असतं, खाली यातलं एक हाताला पकडायला असतं, आणि ते आपण ह्याचा लहानपणी तुम्ही केला असेल, खेळ असेल. सोप बबल किंवा डिटर्जंट पावडरचे आपण पाणी तयार करतो आणि ते पाण्यामध्ये काय करायचं, हे बुडवायचं आणि त्याला फुकल्यानंतर त्यातून एक असे बबल्स बाहेर पडतात. राईट, हॅव यू प्लेड दिस पर्टिक्युलर गेम? हॅव क्रिएटेड दिस काइंड ऑफ सोप बबल्स? This soap bubble, it is unstable in nature. After few seconds or few minutes, it will get burst. Okay. What is the reason behind that? Why it is unstable? Again, the reason behind that is surface tension. Okay. Because of surface tension, this bubble, it will get burst. It is unstable and it will try to achieve the stability and it will get burst. Okay. If you see here, this is a one example of the bubble, hollow bubble. Hollow means there is no liquid inside this. Okay. There is only thin layer of liquid. Yashi thin layer aste, which is spherical in shape. This bubble is spherical in shape. There is a air outside of this and there is a air inside the bubble also. Now, if you look it seriously or curiously, then you will observe there are two surfaces for this particular bubble. Okay. हा बबल आपल्याला लहान आहे त्यामुळे आपल्याला आपण म्हणतो की एक छोटी लेयर आहे पण आपण इफ यू सी इट इन मायक्रोस्कोप इट कॅन बी ऑब्झर्व लाईक दिस मच थिकनेस ओके and there is outside air is there and there again inside air. So there are two surfaces to this bubble. One surface is here which is coming in contact with the air and this another inner surface is there again it is which is coming in contact with the air. So there are two surfaces and therefore there will be two types of surface tension force acting on it. म्हणजे एक surface tension force या बाहेरच्या surface वरती पण ऍक्ट होईल आणि एक surface tensile force हा आतल्या surface वरती पण ऍक्ट होईल. बट आतमध्ये जो जनरेट होणारा प्रेशर आहे तो एकच असेल. आतमध्ये जो प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी जनरेट होईल दॅट विल बी सिंगल अँड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रिझन देर आर टू टेन्साइल फोर्सेस. सो दिस मोर प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी इट इज गोइंग टू गेट क्रिएटेड और इंक्रीज इनसाइड दिस पर्टिक्युलर थिकनेस और फिल्म. ही जी लिक्विड फिल्म आहे त्या फिल्म मध्ये ऍज कम्पेअर टू दी स्फेरिकल ड्रॉपलेट मध्ये जो प्रेशर तयार होतो त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त प्रेशर या पर्टिक्युलर लिक्विड फिल्म मध्ये या ठिकाणी तयार होतो. प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी तयार होते किंवा जनरेट होते. व्हॉट इज द रिझन बिहाइंड दॅट? बिकॉज देर आर टू टेन्साइल फोर्सेस ऍक्टिंग ऑन दिस पर्टिक्युलर hollow bubble. Okay, so mathematically here we can see you can see here surface in contact with the air, one outside and one inside. It has the two surfaces, right? Pressure intensity we are denoting it by on letter P only. So P is equal to pressure force will be represented by letter this one. This is the pressure intensity multiplied by the surface area of the that area of the circle. Okay, pi by 4 into d square. Now it must be equal to the 2 into sigma pi d. Sigma pi d is nothing but it is the tensile force. Okay, and why it is taken twice? Because there are two surfaces and because of that there will be two surface tension acting on this liquid like a hollow bubble. Okay, and because of that it is taken twice. Now rearranging these terms, keeping this P on the LHS and taking this pi by 4 d square on the RHS side. Again pi will get cancelled here. This 4 will come in the numerator. Numerator this 1d will get cancelled here, and this 4 into 2 it will become 8 sigma divided by d. So now here you can see now pressure intensity inside the hollow bubble it has increased twice than the pressure intensity in the spherical droplet. Okay, what is the formula here? P is equal to 8 sigma upon d. What was the formula for the liquid droplet? P is equal to 4 sigma by d. So it is twice more than this pressure. So because of that, as the pressure intensity inside this hollow bubble is greater or more, it is large. So because of that, it is unstable and it will get easily break. Because of pressure inside this film, thin film, it is very large as compared to the atmospheric pressure. Okay, and it will try to achieve the what we can say stableness or minimum energy. So because of that, it will get burst and it will collapse. Okay. So this is the formula. You can note it down. P is equal to 8 sigma divided by d. Write on the title. Surface tension on the hollow bubble and P is equal to 8 sigma by d. Formula. Yes.
Unit
pressure intensity we measure in SI unit. We measure the pressure intensity in Newton per meter square. Right. This is the pressure intensity. Right. This P is nothing but its pressure intensity. and F जो आपण दाखवला होता FP or F, it was the pressure force. So force is measured in Newton and area is measured in meter square in SI unit. So the unit for the pressure intensity, it will be Newton per meter square. And this pressure intensity, whatever the magnitude it is coming here, that pressure intensity, it is in excess of what? कशा कितीने जास्त असेल आणि कशापेक्षा जास्त असेल? This pressure intensity, it is in excess of, that is atmospheric pressure. ओके, जर याच्यावरती ऍक्ट होणारा सरफेस टेन्शन जर या ठिकाणी ऍक्ट होत नसेल, ओके, तो प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी या ठिकाणी कशामुळे क्रिएट झाली आहे? लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट मध्ये किंवा याच्यामध्ये. दिस प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी इट हॅज कम इन टू एक्झिस्टन्स टू कंपन्सेट दिस टेन्साइल फोर्स. जर टेन्साइल फोर्स याच्यावरती ऍक्ट होत नसेल तर ती प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी पण त्या ठिकाणी नसणार आहे. ठीक आहे. Yeah, because of this surface tension which is acting on this surface, this pressure intensity inside the liquid droplet or hollow bubble, it has increased. Okay, it is equal and opposite to this tensile force, right? जर surface tension नसेल तर या ठिकाणी pressure intensity पण त्या ठिकाणी जनरेट नाही होणार आतून. ओके, आतमध्ये. So this pressure intensity जी वाढलेली आहे, that is in excess of atmospheric pressure. ऍटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशरला आपण त्या ठिकाणी डेटम किंवा 0 आपण त्या ठिकाणी कन्सिडर करूया. ठीक आहे. दिस व्हॅल्यू इट इज द डेटम. आणि याच्यापेक्षा जी काही याची व्हॅल्यू असणार आहे, प्रेशरची जी व्हॅल्यू येईल, फॉर एक्झाम्पल 10 न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वेअर असेल. सो दिस 10 न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वेअर इज नथिंग बट दिस इज द प्रेशर दॅट मच, दिस मच प्रेशर इज ग्रेटर दॅन द ऍटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. म्हणजे ऍटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशरपेक्षा 10 न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वेअर एवढा प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी त्या हॉलो बबल मध्ये किंवा त्या लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट मध्ये त्या ठिकाणी क्रिएट होईल. कशामुळे? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस सरफेस टेन्शन. ठीक आहे, समज सगळ्यांना? येस, एनीवन? एनी क्वेरी, डाउट? Please ask if you have not understood. I will repeat it once again if you demand. Why no one is saying anything? झोपले काय सगळे?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Then our next point is surface tension on liquid Z. लिक्विड Z वरती ऍक्ट होणार सरफेस टेन्शन आणि त्या सरफेस टेन्शन मुळे त्या ठिकाणी क्रिएट होणारी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी, त्या आपण तो प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी कशी फाइंड आउट करायची ते डिराइव्ह करण्यासाठी आपण या ठिकाणी फॉर्म्युला डिराइव्ह करतो ते काढण्यासाठी. ठीक आहे. सेम कंडिशन, सेम लॉजिक, सेम कन्सेप्ट इज देअर टू डिराइव्ह the pressure intensity for this liquid Z. What is the liquid Z? Liquid Z is nothing but it is the water coming through any pipe or through the tap. जी नळाची तोटी असते आपले किंवा नोझल मधून येणार जे बाहेर पडणारं पाणी असतं. So that liquid, that jet is called as the liquid Z. And how it's shaped? How is it shaped? It is cylindrical in nature. Okay. नळातून येणार जे पाणी बाहेर पडतं आपल्याला सर्क्युलर दिसतं आणि त्याला हाईट असते. So circle and height, it means it is a cylindrical in shape. Okay. So here we are finding what is the pressure intensity inside this cylinder or liquid Z. P is equal to how much, and how to find out this. Okay. So to derive the equation for the pressure intensity of this liquid Z, again what we are doing here, we are cutting this liquid Z cylinder in two halves. त्याला आपण चाकूने असं या ठिकाणी कट करूया. ठीक आहे. आणि हा कट केल्यानंतर आपल्याला एक पोर्शन आपल्याला कसा दिसेल? इट विल लुक लाईक दिस. वन ऑफ द पोर्शन इट विल लुक लाईक दिस. अँड हिअर यू कॅन ऑब्झर्व दिस एरोज, दे रिप्रेझेंट्स द टेन्साइल फोर्स विच इज ऍक्टिंग ऑन दिस पर्टिक्युलर सेमी सर्कल, और वी कॅन से या इट इज अ सेमी सर्कल. याच्यावरती ऍक्ट होणारा टेन्साईल फोर्स आपल्याला या ठिकाणी दिसून येईल. The doubt might have come in your mind that, or it may come in your mind that, why the arrows have not shown here on this particular portion here and here. This arrows not shown here because याच्यावरती एअर नाहीये. आपण काय केलंय, एक पूर्ण मोठा असा जेट जो बाहेर पडतोय, त्या जेट मधला एक छोटासा तुकडा कट करून आपण या ठिकाणी बाहेर काढलाय. याच्यावरती पण पाणी आहे, याच्या खाली पण पाणी बिकॉज आहे. So because of that, as there is a water only, so this tensile force it cannot act here. Okay, ज्या ठिकाणी liquid is coming in contact with air or any other liquid, then only the surface tension is going to act, right? So this surface, entire surface of this particular cylinder, it is coming in contact with the air. Okay, so because of that, these arrows have been shown on just only on the surface of this particular cylinder and not here. या ठिकाणी दाखवलेलं नाहीये. So that is our first doubt. Okay, that must be clear. Now tensile force, as we know, the sigma is equal to tensile force per unit length. So the tensile force, this sigma or Ft you can say. So Ft will be equal to sigma into length. Okay, ज्या लेंथ वरती तो ऍक्ट करतोय ती लेंथ. Okay, so here what is the length here? Length of the surface. In case of sphere or hemisphere, we have taken the length of the circle, means that is circumference. So what will be the surface here, length of this circumference or the perimeter we can say. What is the perimeter?
2L into D. 2D.
Yes, but obvious from your side, it may be expected that the perimeter of this, it is looking like a rectangle, right? So its perimeter will be 2L plus 2D. Okay, this is the diameter, right? This D and this D. But here, if you look at this particular thing, there is no surface tension acting here, so it is not necessary to take this diameter, length, and this length. Okay, so it will be only 2L. So here, this surface tension force Ft, it can be represented like sigma into 2L. L is nothing but it is the length, or this is the height of this particular sphere. Are you imagining this concept particularly? Suppose I have one page here. Yeah, this is the cylinder, right? Is it visible to all? That is cylinder, right? Cylindrical shape is there, and sir, असा आपण जर सेक्शन मधून बघितला तर काय दिसेल आपल्याला? It will be look like a circle. And when we look like this, it is a cylinder. When we cut this particular cylinder into halves, then it will be look like this. Okay. And when we see it from the front side, समोरून जर आपण हा बघितला सिलेंडर बघितला, कट केलेला सिलेंडर, then how it will look? It will look like a rectangle, right? हा रेक्टँगल सारखा दिसेल, कारण याच्या दोन वर्टिकल साइड, सिलेंडरच्या दोन वर्टिकल साइड, आणि हा जो सर्कलचा सेमी सर्कलचा जो पार्ट आहे किंवा हेमिस्फिअरचा जो पार्ट आहे हा सेमी सर्कल, तो आपल्याला समोरून बघितलं तर काय दिसणार आहे? फक्त लेंथ दिसेल त्याची समोरची, राईट? एक वरची लेंथ आणि खालची एक हॉरिझॉन्टल लेंथ. ह्या वर्टिकल दोन लाईन आणि हॉरिझॉन्टल दोन लाईन याचा मिळून काय त्या ठिकाणी तयार होईल? काय दिसेल आपल्याला? You will observe a rectangle, right? So this is the rectangular shape which is observing here, and in this rectangle, this portion is not being acted by the tensile force because there is a water here above and water below here. So how much is the length or the perimeter of this rectangle on which the tensile force is acting? That is nothing but this is the length L plus this L. On this length only that tensile force is acting. So here we can write Ft is equal to sigma into 2L. Okay, this is the tensile force. And what about the pressure force is acting on this particular? Because of this tensile force, what is going to happen? There will be an increase in the pressure intensity inside this cylinder. Okay, and it is going to act in opposite direction on entire this surface. Okay, हा जो एरिया आहे याच्यावरती completely याच्यावरती act होईल. It will try to push it, okay, in this direction, opposite direction. So this force that is called as the pressure force Fp. Then what will be its magnitude? Pressure force, pressure intensity is nothing but it is pressure force per unit area. Now what is the area? Area is nothing but it is the area of this rectangle. And what is the formula for area of rectangle? See here, this is the d, that is diameter, and this length is equal to the d. So the area of the rectangle will be this L into d. Okay, so here this pressure force will be equal to, here this Fp will be equal to pressure intensity multiplied by area. So pressure intensity here multiplied by area. What is the area? This pressure intensity, P into area is nothing but it is L into d. Now equate these two forces because they are under equilibrium condition. These two forces are same. So equating, I will equate here. Ft is equal to Fp, okay, or Fp is equal to Ft. What is Fp? It is pressure intensity into L into d is equal to what is the Ft? That is tensile force. It is sigma into 2L. Okay, this L will get cancelled here, and you may get pressure intensity P is equal to 2 sigma divided by d. So this is the formula for finding the pressure intensity because of surface tension. Okay, so here you can see the same formula is written here. So they have not cancelled here L. This L will you can cancel it and you can get the formula like this. P is equal to 2 sigma divided by d. If you observe these three formulas, if you make the relation between all these three equations, then it will be very easy for you to understand, remember these formulas. For the liquid Z, it is 2 sigma upon d. For the liquid droplet, it is 4 sigma upon d. It is becoming twice. Okay, liquid Z साठी या ठिकाणी 2 sigma आहे. For Z it is 4 sigma, and for hollow bubble it is 8 sigma by d. So that is the relation you can establish between these two. Remember all these three formulas. So this was about the derivation of this surface tension of the liquid Z. Have you understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt to anyone? Note down the formula, because now we are going to solve the problem based upon this. I think you have written this formula P equal to 4 sigma by d for the liquid droplet. Then the second formula for the surface tension on the hollow bubble, P is equal to 8 sigma by d. And last one, surface tension of the liquid Z, formula is P equal to 2 sigma upon d. Now we are going to solve the problem based upon this surface tension. So let us write down the problem. The surface tension of water in contact with air at 20 degrees Celsius is 0.0725. There was a network issue, because of that this session has ended abruptly. So I think time is also about to finish. Only 2-3 minutes are there. So within this, we can solve one problem here. So you were writing this problem, right? Write down the surface tension of water in contact with air at 20 degrees Celsius is 0.0725 Newton per meter. The pressure inside a droplet of water, the pressure inside a droplet of water is to be 0.02 Newton per centimeter square. 0.02 Newton per centimeter square, greater than the outside pressure. Greater than the outside pressure. Calculate the diameter of the droplet of water. Calculate the diameter of the droplet of water. So as usual, while solving the problem, first of all, let us write down the given things. What is given? Surface tension is given. It is how much? It is 0.0725 Newton per meter, right? Then pressure inside a droplet of water is given. P is equal to, now this pressure intensity, it is in excess of the atmospheric pressure, which has generated there or created there because of the surface tension, and its value is 0.02 Newton per centimeter square. Right. Now, if you observe there the units here, this is the SI unit, but this is not in the SI form of unit. Okay. So first of all, here, let us convert this in SI unit. So in the unit conversion, we have seen, you might have written there on the first page of your notebook, 1 meter square is equal to how much it is, centimeter square. It is 10 to the power 4 centimeter square. Am I correct? Then 1 centimeter square is equal to how much meter square? It will be 10 to the power minus 4 meter square, right? Everyone, if you are not getting how it has come, किंवा आठवत नसेल तर मी तुम्हाला सिंपल मेथड सांगितली ती काय करायचं. Just you have to write down this like this. 1 meter, हे तर आपल्याला माहित असतं 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Okay, do the squaring on both side. 1 meter square and as a काय 100 चा square किंवा 10 to the power 2 चा square, so it will be 10 to the power 4 centimeter square. Like this you have to you should be able to do the unit conversion. आता आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, हे सेंटीमीटरचं मीटर सेंटीमीटर स्क्वेअरचं मीटर स्क्वेअर मध्ये करायचं आहे. So 10 to the power, now here let's take this 10 to the power 4 on this LHS side, then we will get here 1 centimeter square is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. So like this we should do the conversion. So 0.02 Newton divided by, this centimeter is in the denominator, so I will write here 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. So what will become this, when this 10 to the power minus 4, it will come in the numerator, it will become plus 0.02 into 10 to the power plus 4 Newton per meter square, right? So this will be the pressure intensity acting inside the liquid droplet. Then calculate the diameter of the droplet of water. Okay, what we have to find out? D is equal to unknown. That we have to find out. Correct? Now, what is the formula? Who will tell me? What is the formula to find the pressure intensity of liquid droplet? P is equal to
4 sigma upon D.
4 sigma divided by D, where this P is nothing but it is the pressure intensity in excess of outside pressure, right? They already दिलेलं आपल्याला. And then this sigma is also given in the problem. So rearrange this term, D equal to, take this P on this side and D on this side. So D will equal to 4 sigma divided by P. Put the values 4 into, what is the value of sigma? It is 0.0725 divided by, what is the value of P? It has 0.02 into 10 to the power 4. And solve it and tell me what is the diameter. This diameter will come in meter now because SI unit, all units are the SI units. Yes, do the calculation and tell me what is the diameter of the droplet.
1.485.
Okay. Unit 1.45 put what? Next, just 1.45
into 10 raised to
into 10 raised to -3
unit meter. Okay. So this will be the diameter, and if you convert meter to mm, millimeter, जर मध्ये आपल्याला जर करत असेल तर काय लिहायचे dimension 1.45 mm. Okay, this will be the dimension. How it has come? 1 meter is equal to how much? 10 to the power 3 mm. 1 mm is equal to 10 to the power -3 meter. Okay, so already there is 10 to the power -3. So HIV आपण काय लिहू शकतो? Millimeter. So diameter of the liquid droplet D will be equal to 1.45 mm, or in meter it is 1.45 into 10 to the power -3 meter. Everyone understood this problem? You can see here whatever the answers we have got, they have written like this in the decimal form 0.0014. ते 3 डेसिमल जर आपण राईटला घेतलं तर काय लिहिता येईल आपल्याला 1.45 into 10 to the power -3 meter, like that you can write. Okay, now let us stop here. Let's have a break because time is over, and again we will meet at 3 PM. Okay, 3 ते 4 पर्यंत आपलं लेक्चर आहे. I have taken your attendance, so you can leave the session, you can take the break. Okay, and join again at 3 o'clock on the given link. Thank you.